9.1.41 Miss Emma Thursby, Washington, D.C., 26 October 1894. Dear Miss Thursby, I received your kind note and the introductory letters. I will make it a point to see the ladies and hope to be benefited much by it. I had a beautiful letter from Mr. Flagg. I am soon coming to New York, where I hope to see you. With my deepest love and gratitude, I remain yours faithfully, Vivekananda. 9.1.42 Mrs. G. W. Hale, Washington, D.C., October 27, 1894. Dear Mother, I received your very kind note and all the India letters just now. I will make it a point to see Mrs. Whitland. I have been very kindly treated by Mrs. Enoch Totten. Will you kindly order 100 photographs from Harrison and send them over to India to Ramdayal Chakravarti, care of Swami Ramakrishnananda, Varahanagar Mutt, Alambazar, Calcutta? I will pay for it when I come to Chicago. I have nothing special to write, except I had good treatment everywhere. How I long to give up this life of weariness and blazoning day and night. I will go from here to New York and will come back to see you in Chicago before I start for England. Yours, etc., Vivekananda. 9.1.43 Mrs. G. W. Hale, Baltimore, Maryland, 3rd November 1894. Dear Mother, I do not know what to say about this phonograph business. It takes 6 months to go to India, and the company cannot get an inquiry in another 6 months. American Express, indeed. Well, however, they are bound to make good my money. Mother, do not lose the receipt of the express company. I am going to New York as soon as possible. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 9.1.44 Mrs. G. W. Hale, New York, 18th November 1894. Dear Mother, I have been very late this time in writing you, as Sister Mary has already written to you, no doubt, about me. The clothes have all reached safe. Only I will send over some of the summer and other clothes, as it will be impossible to carry the burden all along with me. The certainty about going to Europe this December has gone, so I am uncertain when I go. Sister Mary has improved a great deal from what I saw her last. She lives with a number of fox-hunting squires and is quite happy. I hope she will marry one of those fellows with long pockets. I am going again to see her tomorrow at Mrs. Spaulding's. I was there last afternoon. I will be in New York this month. Then I go to Boston and perhaps will be there all through December. When I was sick in Boston last spring, I went over to Chicago and not to Detroit as Mrs. Bagley expected. So this time I am going to Detroit first and then to Chicago if possible. Else I altogether give up the plan of going to the West soon. There is more chance of working my plans out in the East than in the West, as it now appears. I have got news of the phonograph. It has reached safe, and the Raja wrote to me a very nice letter on that. I have a lot of addresses and other nonsense from India. I have written home to them not to send any more newspapers. My love to the babies at home, and I am going to visit the baby abroad. Mrs. Guernsey has been at death's door. She is now recovering slowly. I have not seen her yet. She is not strong enough to see anybody. Hope she will soon be strong. My love to Father Pope and everyone. Your ever affectionate son, Vivekananda. 9.1.45 Mrs. G. W. Hale, care of Mrs. Old Bull, 168 Brattle Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 6 December 1894. Dear Mother, I have not heard long from you. What is the matter with you? I am here in Cambridge and will be here for 3 weeks to come and will have to lecture and hold classes. Here is a Chicago lady, Mrs. Millward Adams, who lectures on tone building, etc. Today we had a lecture from Lady Henry Somerset on women's suffrage. Miss Willard of Chicago was here and Julia Ward Howe. Colonel Higginson, Dr. J. Estlin Carpenter of England and many other friends were present. Altogether it was a grand affair. I have received a letter from India informing me that the phonograph was duly received. I have sent part of my money to India and intend sending nearly the whole of it very soon. Only I will keep enough for the passage back. Saw Mother Temple several times in New York. She was kind as usual. So was Mrs. Spaulding. Sister Mary wrote me a letter from Brooklyn, Massachusetts. I am sure she would have enjoyed Lady Somerset's lecture so much. I wrote her about it, but I have not heard from her yet. I will go to see her the first day I get some time. I am very busy. Hope the sisters at home are enjoying themselves. I will try to run into Chicago for a few days if I can. Please write me all about the Holy Family as soon as you get time. Mrs. Guernsey was very ill and still so weak that she cannot get out of her room. Miss Helen Bagley was seized with diphtheria in New York and suffered a good deal. She has recovered, however, and the Bagleys have gone home to Detroit. With my love to you all, I remain ever yours affectionately, Vivekananda. P.S. Kindly send my India mail care of Mrs. Sarah Old Bull, 168 Brattle Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts. V. 9.1.46 Mrs. G. W. Hale, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 21st December 1894. Dear Mother, I am glad that Haridas Viharidas has sent the rugs. I am afraid they will take a long time to reach here. The Raja was very much pleased with the phonograph, as he writes, and has heard my voice several times. Hope he will bring it into life. I have not seen Sister Mary yet, but hope to see her this week as I am going away to New York next Tuesday. Cannot come by any means to Chicago now, for I expect to go to Washington from New York and hope to be pretty busy in New York. If I can snatch up a few days between the lecture in Brooklyn on the 30th and the next series in New York, I will fly to Chicago for a few days. If I had time just now, it would have been better for me, for the half-fare ticket will expire after this month. I have been kept very busy here this month, so could not go to Boston even for a day. Now I have time and hope to see Sister Mary. How are the babies at home? Mrs. M. Adams of Chicago, who lectures on voice building and walking, etc., has been lecturing here all this time. She is a very great lady in every respect and so intelligent. She knows all of you and likes the Hale girls very much. Sister Isabel knows her specially, I think. Do not you see, Mother, I am determined to work my project out. I must see the light. India can cheer alone, but no money. In the East and South, I am getting slowly friends who will help me in my work, I'm sure, as they have done already. They all like me more and more. I have made friends of Lady Somerset and Miss Willard, you will be glad to know. So you see, Mother, you are the only attraction in Chicago, and so long I am in this country, wherever you live is my home. As soon as I have time, I will run in to see you and the sisters. But I have no other hopes in the West, nor will you advise me to destroy the only hope I have of success in these parts of the country by giving it up and going to Chicago to be idle as the day is long. Mrs. Bull and a few other ladies here who are helping me on are not only sincere and love me, but they have the power to do as leaders of society. Would that you had millions. With my love to you all, your ever affectionate son, Vivekananda. 9.1.47 Miss Emma Thursby, Chicago, 541 Dearborn Avenue, 17 January 1895. Dear Miss Thursby, I am very sorry to learn about the passing on of Mr. Thorpe. Mrs. Bull must have felt it deeply. Still, he has passed on after a good and useful life. All is for the best. I have been lecturing every day to a class in Mrs. Adams' rooms at the auditorium. Today I also lecture there and in the evening to a class of Miss Josephine Locke's at the Plaza Hotel. Have you seen Mrs. Peake in New York? She is lecturing to a class at Mrs. Guernsey's. Miss Locke is as kind as usual. She is enamored of Mrs. Peake, as are many of Miss Locke's friends. You will be glad to learn. Mrs. Peake has made a very favorable impression on Chicago. So she does wherever she goes. Mrs. Adams invited me to an organ concert in the auditorium. She is so good and kind to me. Lord bless her. I have not seen Mr. Young, nor I am afraid will I have time to see him, as I start for New York on Friday next. I will hear him once in New York. I was so busy here these 2 weeks. I have got a new scarlet coat, but can get no orange here. Ever with blessings, your brother Vivekananda. 9.1.48 Professor John H. Wright, 54 West 33 Street, New York, 1st February 1895. Dear Adhyapak Ji, you must be immersed in your work now. However, taking advantage of your kindness to me, I want to bother you a little. What was the original Greek idea of the soul, both philosophical and popular? What books can I consult? Translations, of course, to get it. So with the Egyptians and Babylonians and Jews. Will you kindly name me the books? I am sure you are perfectly well, and so are Mrs. Wright and the children. Ever gratefully and fraternally. Yours, Vivekananda. 9.1.49 Mrs. G. W. Hale, 54 West 33, New York, 18 March, February 1895. Dear Mother, I'm sure you are all right by this time. The babies write from time to time, and so I get your news regularly. Miss Mary is in a lecturing mood now. Good for her. Hope she will not let her energies fritter away now. A penny saved is a penny gained. Sister Isabel has sent me the French books and the Calcutta pamphlets have arrived, but the big Sanskrit books ought to come. I want them badly. Make them payable here, if possible, or I will send you the postage. I am doing very well. Only some of these big dinners kept me late, and I returned home at 2 o'clock in the morning several days. Tonight I am going to one of these. This will be the last of its kind. So much keeping up the night is not good for me. Every day from 11 to 1 o'clock I have classes in my rooms and I talk to them till they grow tired. The Brooklyn course ended yesterday. Another lecture I have there next Monday. Bean soup and rice or barley is now my general diet. I am faring well. Financially, I am making the ends meet, and nothing more because I do not charge anything for the classes I have in my rooms. And the public lectures have to go through so many hands. I have a good many lectures planned ahead in New York, which I hope to deliver by and by. Sister Isabel wrote to me a beautiful letter, and she does so much for me. My eternal gratitude to her. Baby has stopped writing. I do not know why. Kindly tell Baby to send me a little Sanskrit book which came from India. I forgot to bring it over. I want to translate some passages from it. Mr. Charles M. Higgins is full of joy. It was he who planned all this for me, and he is so glad that everything succeeded so well. Mrs. Guernsey is going to give up this house and going to some other house. Miss Florence Guernsey wants to marry, but her father and mother do not like it at all. I am very sorry for her, poor Sister Jenny, and so many men are after her. Here is a very rich railway gentleman called Mr. Austin Corbin. His only daughter, Miss Anna Corbin, is very much interested in me. And though she is one of the leaders of the 400, she is very intellectual and spiritual too in a way. Their house is always chock full of swells and foreign aristocracy, princes and barons and what not from all over the world. Some of these foreigners are very bright. I am sorry your home-manufactured aristocracy is not very interesting. Behind her parlor she has a long arbor with all sorts of palms and seats and electric light. There I will have a little class next week of a score of long pockets. The fun is not bad. This world is a great humbug after all, Mother. God alone is real. Everything else is a dream only. Mother Temple says she does not like to be bossed by you, and that is why she does not come to Chicago. She is very happy nearby. Between swells and Delmonico and Waldorf dinners, my health was going to be injured, so I quickly turned a thorough vegetarian to avoid all invitations. The rich are really the salt of this world. They are neither food nor drink. Goodbye for the present. Your ever affectionate son, Vivekananda. 9.1.50 Mrs. G. W. Hale, 54 West 33rd Street, New York, 11th March 1895. Dear Mother, many thanks for your kind letter. I will be only too glad to have an orange coat, provided it be light as summer is approaching. I do not remember whether the cook's letters of credit I have are limited as to their time or not. It is high time we look into them. If they are limited, don't you think it is better to put them in some bank? I have about $1,000 in the Boston bank and a few hundred in the New York. They all go to India by this week or next. So it is better that I look into the cook's letters, and it will be foolish to get into trouble by having them past the date. There are a few more Sanskrit books which have not been sent, one pretty thick and broad, the other two very thin. Kindly send them as soon as you can. Mrs. Millward Adams, Mrs. Old Bull, and Miss Emma Thursby are gone to Chicago today. With eternal love to the babies and to you and Father Pope. I remain ever your affectionate son, Vivekananda.